Alright y'all, it is time. You have been helping us test various pieces of our little indie game called the Rend, and today I am super excited to tell you all that it is time to test the whole game. Our latest playtest completely changes the way the Rend is played. You are no longer going to hop into a horde mode. The horde mode was great, but now it is time to test the whole experience. You're going to grab your character, you're going to battle your way through various zones, change your build, collect items, power-ups, magic types, relic paths, etc. along the way in an effort to defeat 3 different zones, 3 different encounters, beat the boss, and hopefully mend the weave. What we're testing here today is not just playing the game. This is all about progression, pacing, and the full gameplay loop. Today, I want to show you what you all are going to be playtesting and how your feedback is going to help shape what this game becomes ultimately in the future. What's going on, y'all? My name's Kevin. We're making an indie combat platformer called the Rend, and today we're going to hop in and show you what this latest playtest is all about. Let's take a look. So first, we're going to choose our hero. Once we log in, we're also going to choose our map. Now, it's worth a nod to our horde mode here. Our horde mode was awesome for helping us prove out combat, discover a lot of things about fighting hordes of enemies, abilities, just testing our overall magic types, etc. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we're going through Maroth's Marsh. Once we load into the marsh, you'll hop into a quick little tutorial level. It is worth noting here that how to play the Rend, the video, how to play the Rend, almost all of that still applies, especially the understanding of iframes, etc. Now, the one big change, you have to earn your magic, especially your relic paths now. Once we hop into zone 1, we are going to battle our way through the first of 3 zones. As you battle your way through this zone, you're going to be collecting resonance. That resonance is going to give you power-ups that's going to allow you to modify your build. Are you attack speed player? Are you a critical strike player? What is it you're feeling this run? In addition to resonance and slaying the enemies, you're also going to be discovering loot stashes. Those stashes are going to give you artifacts. Those will also modify how you play. After you've collected all the power that you can, you're going to hop into our first encounter. Our first encounter is called the Totem. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to leave it at that, but you're going to battle your way through the first encounter. Once you finish your first encounter, you're going to hop into the ruins. This is zone 2. The goal in zone 2, much like every other zone in the game, is to battle the enemies, capture as much resonance as possible, power up, find artifacts and loot stashes to prepare yourself for the upcoming encounter. So you're going to battle your way through zone 2, getting ready for the second encounter, Thornaxe's Lair. I'm going to freeze this right here. I don't want to spoil the boss toad encounter. So what we're going to do is, after you battle your way through the boss toad encounter, once again earning rewards depending on how well you do, you're going to hop into zone 3. Once again, same loop. You're trying to power up, collect resonance, and explore your way through the caverns. Once you get through the caverns, we get to our final boss fight. Again, no spoilers, but you're going to battle your way through the boss fight, figure out what this is all about before your final opportunity to try to mend the weave. So every run in the Rend is 3 zones broken up by 3 encounters. It is worth noting here that how well you do in each of the encounters directly impacts your rewards. If you have legendary, if you complete each of the encounters in a legendary way, you have a much higher chance of earning core magic rewards or relic path rewards. So this will help change your build. It will also give you the opportunity to equip relic paths and be even stronger in the next run. A couple other things that are worth noting. 1, look mom, I made a website. We have a website. It's linked here. It's linked down in the comments down below. The whole point of this website is to give you meta on how the Rend works. Now, where are my sweaty players at? Okay, I want to be clear. If you go to the website, there are no spoilers exposed on the website. But if you need help, every single encounter is explained. And if you go and you look at that encounter, there are different grades of hints. So you can ask for a little bit of a hint, a bigger hint, and it progressively will just tell me what the mechanics are. So if you're one of those super sweaty players and you like to figure stuff out the hard way, you can still go to the website. There won't be any spoilers there. You'll be all right. But if you're struggling, you want a little bit of help, you just want to play and relax, and you want to know how the mechanics work, go ahead over to the website. The other point of the website, and the reason we have the explanations there, is part of the whole purpose of playtesting is making sure that everything's working right. So after you've had a chance to do your sweaty self, etc., if you do read through and you find things that aren't working quite the way that they're explained, those are the kinds of things that we definitely need to know about for sure. That's part of playtesting. We also need to fix bugs in addition to making the game better. Another quick note. We're making a combat platformer, but some of you may have noticed that there's not a ton of platforming in said combat platformer.
Now eventually you do plan to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? Hello?
That's okay. The platforming will come. This is all about progression. This is all about the cadence of the drops. How many loops do you have to take in order to earn all the rewards? How does that feel along the way? Another thing that's worth mentioning and calling out, we've also added quests to the game. So in your loadout screen on the last tab, there's a quest tab, and you can opt into different quests that will also help drop rewards and or increase the chances of rewards along the way. If you've played a bunch, you're having a good time with it, and you have a quest that you would like to see or you would like to challenge people with, we'd love to hear about it. Let us know. Up until this point on this project, we have been asking the question often, does this system work? And you all have been helping us test all of those things, which is amazing. Today's playtest, though, is something completely different. Today's playtest takes all of those systems, ties it together into a full gameplay loop. And the question is, once you see that full loop and you play through it, does it create a compelling experience for the player? If you have time, grab our latest build, play the game. How does it feel? Are you overpowered? Are you underpowered? Where does the game drag? Do you have ideas on quests that you think would be fun? Items that you feel like you're missing? Anything and everything. All your feedback is hugely important, and especially let us know what it feels like to complete your first run, and are you ready to hop in for your next run to try to grab that new magic item, that new relic type, etc. As always, thank you for helping build this thing with me. I hope you have an amazing day. Catch you on the next one.